So now we will start with the body parts for the owl. Okay, so we will do the stomach first. Okay, then we will do eyes, then we will do beak, and finally the wings. Okay, now I will show you what I have done so you can understand better. Okay, so this is my Mr. Owl. So yeah, so we are going to do, I've not fixed it, just to show you. This is the wings, this is how it will be. See, it has got feathers. Okay, and this is the eyes. I don't know, let's decide. I'm not sure if whether I'm doing this black outline or not, but it will have these three pieces. Then there's a beak. This is not fixed, so that's why it is all looking like this. And there's a stomach. Okay, and finally we will do an eyebrow that we will do once everything is finished. So first, starting with the stomach. So one second, I'm just going to do the easy parts first, so then we can start with the other things later. Okay, now this. So what we have done is, we have done 16 chains, then 2 rows of single crochet, then I've increased only at the edges. Here I've increased, just increased on the edges for 4 rows. Okay, and then 2 rows of no increase, 4 rows of no increase, 2 rows of decrease, and then 1 row of single crochets. This is what I've done for the stomach. So I will write the pattern now so you can understand better. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to start with the stomach. We are going to use second color now. Okay, we start with slip knot and then we chain 16. That is row number 1. Row number 2 is, we will leave the first stitch. In the next stitch we will start doing single crochets. We will complete 15 single crochets, chain 1, turn. In the next row again 15 single crochet, chain 1, turn. In the row 4, first stitch there will be increase, then for 13 stitches no increase, 13 stitches is just single crochet, and the last stitch is an increase. Chain 1, turn. Increase 15 single crochets, increase, chain 1, turn. Increase 17 single crochet, increase, chain 1, turn. I have not written the chain 1 because by now you know. Okay, so row 8 and row 9 there is no increase or decrease, just single crochets. Row 10 is decrease, single crochets, and last stitch is again decrease. And row 11 is again, it starts with a decrease, 17 single crochets, ends with a decrease. Row 12 and 13 is just single crochets. Okay, so let's continue. I'm using the second color, orange. Okay, so mine is a cream color owl. On the owl I'm going to use like an orange. I think it look nice. Okay, so let's start. So first you have to start with the slip knot. So you remember slip knot, go around your finger, then pull the long yarn through the loop. That's your slip knot. Actually try and keep a long chain. Okay, we need a long tail. Okay, because we want the edges to be finished properly. So I have kept like 15 inch long tail. Okay, I will do a slip knot here. Throughout this project, even if I forget to tell you, for every part you need to give a long tail, because we don't want to have a problem because the tail is short. Okay, even if I forget to tell you, please remember this. So we're going to chain 16. You remember how to chain. Go, yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. Okay, so first stitch we will skip the first stitch, and in the second stitch we'll start doing single crochet. For all the parts you don't have to do it tight, you can keep it loose, and because loose will be a little relaxed. Now that you're doing all tight stitches for all the part whole of jellyfish you have done like that. So you can relax and do a little slow, little loose. Okay, so just do single crochet till the end and I'll show you how it looks. I'm at the last stitch. We're going to do a last single crochet. Remember not to do anything in the slip knot. Slip knot we are not doing. In the last stitch we will do a single crochet. Okay, for if you are a little finding it little difficult on how to handle this, just put on the first stitch. This is my first stitch. Yeah, and then here also in the last stitch. You can just add a stitch marker. This is for those of you who found it difficult, when you had initially you were doing the learning part, that swatch part, whenever you had a problem. Okay, so yeah, single crochet is done. Now you have to do a chain 1 and turn. Now where you have your stitch marker, that's where you do your first single crochet. Okay, then continue to do your single crochet till the end. This is the second one, going back to the first one, and I'm going to put the stitch marker in the first one. Okay, so I'll come to the end of the row and I'll show you. Now in the last stitch I'm going to remove the stitch marker, just do a single crochet there. Okay, now chain 1. So this is how it looks. We did 16 chain slip knot, we did slip knot here, 16 chain, then 15 single crochet, then chain 1 turn and 15 single crochet we have done. Okay, now in the next stitch, in the next row number 4, we will do with an increase. So before we do that, what we do is chain 1. I think I finished chain. Wait, I'll do this one. I'm not sure if I did the chain. This is my last single crochet and then I do a chain and then I turn. Okay, now not in the chain space. Okay, in the first stitch you'll have to do an increase. Increase is 2 single crochet in that stitch, 1 and 2. Okay, next all the stitches we are just doing single crochet. There's no increase now, just single crochets till we come to the last stitch. In the last stitch there's an increase. Okay, I'll show you in the end. Just do single crochet. I'm at the last stitch now. Here I will remove the stitch marker and do your increase. So this is row number 4 completed and this is how it looks. This is how it will look. Okay, so we've completed chain 16. We finished this row, we finished this row, and we have finished this row. Now next row is again increase, single crochets, and then again an increase at the end. I'm not putting stitch markers because I know where my stitches are. If you are struggling a bit, I would recommend you use the stitch marker because that is easier. Instead of doing and undoing, unraveling and all of that, you can save a lot of time by just using the stitch marker. If you already know where your stitch is, you don't have to use. Okay, no harm in putting the stitch marker, but if you don't want. Okay, the increased stitch came out, so I put it back again, chain 1 and I'm turning. Now not in the chain space. Okay, not in the chain space, in the first stitch where you have here, in that you have to do your increase, 1 and 2. Okay, now do single crochets till the end, but the last stitch is an increase. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. I'm at the last stitch now. I'm going to do an increase here, 1 and here is a 2. Okay, so this is how it looks. It's because of the increase, it's getting bigger. Okay, so now chain 1 and turn. Now to the chain space, in the first stitch you have to do an increase again. This is for 4 stitches we are doing an increase. Okay, this is the third increase row, sorry. So now all the stitches we will do single crochets, and we will come back with I'll come back at the last, when I'm at the last stitch, and show you the increase. Okay, I'm at the last stitch, I'm doing an increase now. Okay, this is how it looks. I hope you can see. So if I have to hold it like this is how it looks. Okay, we have one round of increase row. So now done. Oops, my owl fell. Chain 1, start with an increase, and then do single crochets, and then at the last stitch we do an increase. Okay, so I'll meet you at the last stitch. At the last stitch I'm going to do an increase here, and okay, this is how it looks. Okay, so now if you don't know where you are staying, which row you are on, you remember when you're doing single crochet back and forth, you'll get this kind of ribs, right? So one rib is 2 rows already, 2 rows, 4 row, 2 3 4 5 6 rows is done. The 7th row is an increase again. So we will start with the, we'll chain 1 and turn and do the increase in the 7th row. Okay, and I will do single crochets till the end, and I will meet you there. We are going to do the increase in the last stitch. Okay, done. This is how it looks now. Okay, next 2 rows there is no increase. So let's see where we are in the pattern. Okay, we finished row number 5, row number 6, and we finished row number 7. Now 8 and 9, it's just single crochet. There is no increase or decrease here. So what we will do is we will chain 1, and turn, and we will do just 2 single crochets. There is no increase or decrease, and I will meet you at the end of this row with the last stitch, and I'm going to do a single crochet. Okay, then chain 1, turn, and just 2 single crochets again. There is nothing in the pattern to increase or decrease, so we'll just do single crochets, and I'll meet you at the end. I'm at the last stitch, so I'm doing a single crochet. It's got messed up. Okay, this is how it looks. Okay, I hope it's clear. It's increased and now it's going straight. Okay, now we are going to chain 1, and in the next row we are going to start with a decrease. So this is chain 1, turn, decrease is go through the front loop only of the first stitch and then of the second stitch. Because I have camera in the middle, I'm struggling. Okay, then come out of both the stitches and make a single crochet. Okay, done. Now just single crochet till the end, in the last 2 stitches you have to do a decrease. So I'll come to the end and I'll show you how it is. With the last 2 stitches I'm just going to do a decrease. Okay, now in the next row is the same thing. So chain 1, turn the work around, and 1 decrease we will do. I can't see without. Okay, and then single crochets, and then at the end I will do a last decrease. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I have completed that decrease also. This is how it looks. Okay, but I think I might have done a small change. See, this is the original pattern that I did, right? So this is how it is. Okay, this is the base, right? So I'm going to put the base on the base and see where I am. See, it's okay, everything is okay. And sorry, here I think I need to do one more row of decrease instead of just two rows of single crochet. The last row will be a decrease row. So I will explain this on the pattern. So till row number 11 we did this. Row number 12 we will change this. Okay, so row number 12 we will do a decrease, and I think it should be 15 single crochets here, then decrease. Okay, let's do this. So we start with the chain 1 and then we will do a decrease. Okay, now just single crochet, and in the last 2 stitches we'll do a decrease, and that's the end of this row, and I'll show you how to finish this. Okay, finish the decrease. Now what we want to do is here it is very neat, the edges are neat, but this part is not neat. Right, it's not giving any finish, nice and neat finish. So what we will do, after this is the yarn that I finished this row. Now I'm just going to go in any space here, closest possible space, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. The way you do slip stitch is grab the yarn, come out, and then just come out. Okay, now just go to the nearest possible. Don't pull. If you pull, everything will get the shape, you will lose the shape. So don't pull. Okay, wherever closest you can do, you can put as many as you want, but don't pull. That's all, you have to be careful. Okay, so you will get the entire thing in the only till the edge, right? Not any further. And this camera is making it's difficult to do with the camera, but anyways, so I have come till the very edge. Now I will leave a long loop because I need to sew this to the body of the owl. So I will give a long loop, and then I'm going to just do a knot here. Okay, so this is how the side looks. Now you remember we started with a very tall long tail, so on this side also we will use this the initially what tail we had. We'll just pull a loop and then we will go and start making the slip stitch just to give it a better finish than the raw edges it has right now. Don't worry too much about the shape and everything, it'll all come together. Like I told you before, don't pull the yarn, just keep it loose and do as many slip stitches as you can, just to make sure the edges are nice and clean. Okay, this is better now. Okay, now this is the this is done for the stomach is done. So next we will start with the wings. Okay, I'll explain how the wing is done.